This is Starforged, Tabula Rasa, written and performed by Redstone Archender. Based on the game by Shawn Tomkin. Hello, and welcome to Starforged, Tabula Rasa, the continuing adventures of Janya Alder, callsign Omega, who has vowed to take down the Valinous Pirate Clan. This is made more complicated by the fact that Janya has an alien symbiote inside his brain, which has actually destroyed his memories. Through the symbiote, Janya has learned of the Cortana Rift sector, a system with two different settlements that are actually under the boot of the Valinous Pirate Clan. Due to the Valinous Clan both looking for Janya explicitly since he has stolen the symbiote from the clan, and that they have blockaded off the Cortana Rift system, we find Janya trying to take a circuitous route to the Cortana Rift system, and along the way, he first had to destroy an advanced scout, but has now jumped into a system that had a hidden forward base, and an entire squadron of those fighters is now boiling out of this hidden base and on its way for Janya. Alright, so when we last left off, Janya had made a jump into another system, this one with a white dwarf star and a furnace world orbiting it, but the main thing was there was a hidden fortification, and so just a little bit into his charging cycle, actually, I'm going to say it takes 6 hours for the E-drive to charge up, and it is going to take a D6 amount of time for the base to both notice that Janya is in the system. They figured that they'd get a scout coming in and report directly to them, but how long does it take them to both notice him and mount the attack? 1d6. 2. So 2 hours into it, so Janya's only a third of the way through charging the E-drive when just a bunch of ships pour out of what just seemed out of nowhere, out of this planet, out of the orbit, and Janya's taken it unawares, and he is going to enter the fray. It's a trap, so he gets a +3, and that is a 3 on the action die, which is 3 plus 3 is 6. I rolled a 5 and a 9, so that is a weak hit on Enter the Fray. Well, what I think he's about to do is he's going to turn tail and try to run for something on a little bit farther out. He's going to do a quick scan, which is going to be, he's not going to be in control. They're chasing him, so he is going to try to, actually I'm just going to do a face danger. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to try to secure an advantage. Well, that's a whoops. As many of you may know, you can only secure an advantage when you are in control of the situation, so this is a mess up on my part. Whoopsie. So he's going to try to scan the area, try to run for a place that will give him a better, instead of it being like 10 against 1. So he's using his wits, he's using his observation. So I roll a 3 on the action die. Wow, that's +3 from the wits. And it's rolling a match of 3s. So 3, 3, 3 everywhere. This is great for Janya. He finds something so that's a strong hit. He's taking +2 momentum and +1 on his next move, which brings us up to 6 momentum, +1 on our next roll. So let's see what he scans out there. Just gonna be a space sighting. That is 68. Wow, I've been rolling 68 a bit. And 68 on the Expanse is a debris-filled creature boneyard. Well, I'm sorry, but I have to find out what kind of creature this is, and there is a whole creature table, so I'm jumping to the current version of the preview edition, page 176. The first thing on here is environment, but we know where it's a space creature, which would only be normally a 1 to 5, but we already have that. So what kind of creatures, what scale? So we're rolling. That is a 76. That is large, so vehicle-sized creature, graveyard space creatures. They, when living, are vehicle size. They're creature, basic creature form. Oh, this is super cool. I've never used this table. That is a 66. That is octopoid slash tentacled. Tentacled. Alrighty. And I roll 2 of the first look. And that is a 77. They're very ornamented or colorful. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, I think colorful. And then 82 with a prominent tail. Prominent tail with a bunch of tentacles. Ooh, kind of sounds like space squids. Space squids. Super bright colored. This actually sounds great. Like there's a whole littered area of their corpses. They come here to die, probably. Maybe to spawn too. Who knows? Some weird bit in this weird graveyard. Ooh, is this like... Ooh, I'm going to say this sounds like it might be a ring around the star itself. This white dwarf. Maybe, yeah, maybe up close because of the thing. I'm going to get that very likely that that's true. Which I guess that would be an almost certain. And I rolled a 7 and it's 11 or greater. It's a yes, that would be it. So it's not that. So the worst part is I'm having trouble coming up with something else. I give that thing almost certain. So, but I feel like I need to come up with something else because it came up. Like if I shouldn't have rolled if I wanted it just to be that, would have been so easy. So I'm just going to roll the descriptor and focus to see if it helps me come up with something else. Otherwise, I'm just going to go back to that. But that is a 34. Diverse. And 81. Diverse station. Diverse station. Oh, I'm just going to say they're floating pockets of the remains, maybe in like the Lagrange point. That would be interesting. Yeah, the Lagrange point between the planet and the star, because that's a nice place where you, just kind of get to stay stationary. There we go. That's where it is. So, oh, that would help. So he starts diving into an area between the planet and the star. Actually, it makes sense if it's at all the Lagrange points, but he'll dive at this one in particular. And so it's going to kind of mess up their sensors, and then he's flying into an area filled with these bodies that are covered in, is it ornamental? So let's say they also have like crystals on them and whatnot. So this is maybe some metallic features. So basically he's diving into a space creature's graveyard that's just throwing off their sensors. They're going to try to follow him in, which means he is going to react under fire, because remember, he's not in control, but he is diving into this like briar patch to try to get away. And I think he is using this to his advantage. He's using his wits. That's going to be +3 plus another 1, so +4 to our action die. So that's 3 plus 4 is a 7, and that beats the 3 and the 5, which is a strong hit. On a strong hit, you succeed and are in control. He leads them into this debris field. He's using it to his advantage. He's back in control. He is going to strike. That is not good. We rolled a +1 for our edge. Sorry, we rolled a +1 and add a +1 for our edge. So that gives us a whopping 2, and which our momentum is to +7. But then I rolled a 2 and a 9 as the challenge die. So even burning momentum. So currently, as that stands, that is a miss, and even burning momentum would bring us only to a weak hit. So on a weak hit, mark extra progress, but you expose yourself to danger. You are in a bad spot. Well, honestly, I feel like marking some progress on this sounds like a good idea. So we'll reset our momentum back to +2. Okay, so I had a question about that. So in the play kit as of August 19th, it says they've reworded it than the old one that I have that says, on a weak hit, mark progress twice, but you expose yourself to danger, you are in a bad spot. For a strong hit, it says mark progress twice. So it's a little more clear. So I'm marking 2 full boxes in the Formidable track, which are the first 2 of 10 total possible. I think as he flies in, he attacks, and attacks at the right time so that a ship can't dodge out of the way because of the debris. He takes one out, but now he's exposed where he is from the firing, and he is going to have to, he's in a bad spot. So we are going to try to dodge incoming fire. We're going to try to use this to our advantage. But to be honest, it sounds like we're using plus edge, which is Janya's weakest stat, but we're giving it a shot. That is a 2 plus A1 is a wonderful 3, which does not... It meets the 3 that I rolled, and then there's an 8, so that's a miss. The situation worsens. You are in a bad spot and must pay the price. So I think he takes some incoming fire, and I think that is... So paying the price, he's we're going to take... We're going to withstand 2 damage for the ship. It's going to takes a shot. So yeah, we're going to call this serious damage. This is going to drop us down to plus 3 integrity. And if your integrity is 0, or you choose to resist the damage, roll plus integrity. I'm going to give that a shot, see if there's something else we can do about this. That rolled a 1. Plus the 3 is only a 4. It does not beat the 5 or the 8, which is a miss, which is it's worse than you thought. Suffer an additional -1 integrity or lose momentum -2. We are at 0 momentum. That is not good. Ship's down to 3, and we are still in a bad spot. Alright, so I think we're going to try to clash now. We got to try to mark some progress. Clashing is we roll plus edge, which is the worst. I'm gonna have to clash. I'm trying to get in control here. And so I'm rolling plus edge. I rolled a 4 on the action die plus a 1. Gives me a 5, but that beats the 4, but not the 6. So that is a weak hit. Mark progress, but you are dealt a counterblow or setback. You stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. Drop the pen. Right, so we mark a 3rd progress box full, and we are dealt a counterblow or setback. We stay in a bad spot. We got to pay the price. So the question is it minor damage or serious damage we're taking? To be honest, I'm gonna do if it's 50% or lower, it's minor. Anything higher is serious. So -1 or -2. That is 71, so that is -2. So that puts us to 1 integrity. And let's do that withstand damage real quick. Boom. That is 4 plus 1, and that is a 9 and a 6. Oh no, so that's a miss. It's worse than you thought. Suffer an additional -1 integrity or lose 2 momentum. I'm going -2 momentum to keep us at the 1 integrity, and yeah.
To learn what happens, keep listening. This show is brought to you ad-free by privilege. No ads, no Patreon, just a cishet white man with disposable income and time. It is performed, edited, and all that good stuff by Redstone Archender. The story is powered by the game Ironsworn, Starforged by Shawn Tomkin. Outro by Glitter Snitchel, channeling the spirits. This has been a Sofa King Cool production.
This week's episode featured music by Tabletop Audio. Additional music also comes from freepd.com.